Hey guys, what is up? Alabama just wins their national championship. It's just crazy. I wanted to go live real quick just to tell you guys, so whoever joins this later, you're going to be seeing me talk like this. But guys, I can't believe it. They won. They had like 13-0 this year. Let's just look at some of these stats here from this game, guys. 621 total yards for Alabama, 464 passing yards for Mac Jones, sets a record. That was the most points that Ohio State has ever given up in a game like that at all. 52 is a record. Mac Jones completes the most passes ever for an Alabama quarterback. He finished with 36 completions, guys. That is a record all time for Alabama quarterbacks of all time, and he does it on the biggest stage. He beats Ohio State. And you got to think about this, and he said this too. Alabama played SEC the entire season. They didn't play Coastal Carolina. And now you have Nick Saban gets his 7th college football title. So now he has the most championships ever of any coach. These are just a few of the records that Alabama set. They were the first to ever to have 2 players score 3 touchdowns in a game like this, at a championship game. I mean, and then you have Devontae Smith, 215 yards just in the first half with 12 catches. I mean, he was going crazy just in the first half, and he hurts his finger. I hated that. He hurts his finger on that one play, just trying to catch a ball, like one of the first ones. And it's just crazy how he lost. You know, he was out of the game after that. He's got his finger bandaged up. They asked him at the end of the game how he goes. I'll be all right. He's going to be all right. He knows that the next time that he will take the field will be in an NFL jersey. So he's going to be ready, and he's going to tell everybody he's ready too. You think about this season, how we didn't even think we would have football this year, guys. Especially as Alabama fans, you want to watch football. We love it. We're like, okay, this is the post-Tua season. I got to be honest with you, too. When Mac Jones came in last year and all of the adversity, and I didn't think he was that good. I didn't think he was that great of a quarterback. I thought he was all right. I was like, man, this is what we're going to have after Tua? Is this guy? And then I saw Bryce Young. I was like, well, okay, maybe this guy's going to be it. And, of course, he barely even played. And I thought, by the way, he was very good. He didn't really get in there and turn and throw that ball around like I thought he could. A couple other things in this game. I loved how they brought in Landon Dickerson there at the end to snap that ball, basically to do the victory formation. And he got to do a couple snaps, and he carries Nick Saban off the field, which was really cool. I love that. Just total domination. And they beat all SEC teams. This is the first or the second out-of-conference game of the season for Alabama. They played Notre Dame too. So there are only 2 games they don't play in conference are playoff games, or the big tough games. That was just a great overall performance. I like the defense. Yeah, they gave up 24. I'll take that any day. 0 points in the fourth. How many times do we watch a Bama game and they're up by like 30 or 40, and then we let the other team score, and you got Nick Saban over there throwing his headset and kicking stuff and yelling at anybody that'll listen because they're giving up points. He'll yell at the offensive coordinator. He don't care. He's mad. I loved how we still buckled down. Dude, Justin Fields had 194 yards in this game. I think he had 194 yards against Clemson on those 2 touchdown passes. Seriously, they kept him in check. I felt bad for Sermon going out in the first quarter. The first play that he gets to run, that happens. But, I mean, it was just a freak thing. It was 2 guys tackle him and knock him down, guys. Just some amazing stories out of this game. And I'm just so happy as a Bama fan for this to happen. As a Chiefs fan, by the way, they won on the same field. I was telling one of my friends there 49 to 50 weeks ago. They just won there. So this is just an awesome story. So if you guys out there, I don't see anybody commenting or jumping on here, but if you guys have anything to add to that. So Devontae Smith's season, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, unanimous All-American, led the FBS in reception yards, and reception touchdowns. He set SEC career reception yards and receiving touchdown records. That's just this year. He set SEC single-season reception yards and reception records. Yeah, there you go, bro. All I have to say is 6 right there, number 6. When you got Devontae Adams and you got Patrick Mahomes and you got LeBron James tweeting about you and in a college football game, that is huge, huge. So the Crimson Tide are the first team in the poll era to win 6 titles in a 12-season span. The only other team to win 6 in a quarter century or less is Alabama in 19 seasons. Isn't that amazing? They've won they've won half of the titles in the last 12 years. And since 2001, the champion has been from the SEC 12 times. So 12 of the 20 championships since 2001 has been SEC teams. You look across the NFL, so many players are from the SEC because that is the best conference. You have a lot of good players from Ohio State, by the way. I'm going to give you that. A lot of good players. And I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, which of these guys on this team is going to be in the NFL besides like Fields and maybe Sermon? I think that's amazing, guys. So if you have any other awesome stats from this game, there's just so much. And I feel like I've covered them. Mac Jones, he got hurt, but he didn't want to come off the field. His passes were so accurate. His completion percentage is like 80% in this game, or ended up being about 70% at the end. But just constant the whole game. I like how he used Mechie. I got to say, hashtag Mechie with the catchy. Never caught on, but maybe one day it will. And then Najee Harris, with that touchdown run where he made those cuts. Beautiful plays. Just overall from start to finish, this entire season, the worst game probably was the Ole Miss game. Also, Alabama averaged 48.5 points a game for this season. That's the most ever, too, for an SEC team. I mean, just incredible how many records that Alabama had. I mean, Mac Jones had a better game in this game than Joe Burrow had in this game last year. That's how incredible that was. That's how good. We just watched some of the best football you'll ever see. And I was telling Sarah over here, I was like, we got to enjoy this as Bama fans, as football. If you're a Bama fan, we want to expect this every year. We may never see this again in our lifetime. I don't want to say, I don't think it's over. I think we still got years left. I think they're recruiting for 2027, guys. When you just got to be ready for that. But enjoy these kinds of games. Enjoy these things. Yes, Dickerson carrying him on one ACL. I thought about that. I was like, thank goodness Saban's not a huge dude, so he's able to carry him, and it's not a big deal. And him sending him in like that, too, just shows how much Nick Saban is in tune with what's going on, how much he cares about these guys. He's like, I'm going to put these guys in. So there you go, guys. So congrats to Alabama, national champs. If you guys have anything to add to this, let me know. I have gotten on here and cried after games when they've lost, and it feels good to win, guys. Roll Tide, and we'll see you later.